Welcome to the demo video for the final portion of the PURL plus metrics work cycle. I'm the product owner, Amy Hodge, and I'm going to show you some of the things we've accomplished during the last portion of the work cycle and over the last week or two since then as we've been tidying things up. The PURL page now has an updated look with changes that were driven by user testing. Below the viewer, content is now displayed in a two-column format. This format takes advantage of what had been a lot of empty space on the page, so users will now not have to scroll as much to see all the information, and we're able to put more of the important details closer to the top of the page, like access conditions and our new metrics and altmetric info. The abstract is now at the top left, and we've made some minor visual enhancements, including 2- and 3-column tables with horizontal dividers for easier readability and less scrolling. We've also made changes to how metadata in the imprint field is displayed. The imprint field includes a variety of sub-elements, such as place, publisher, and various types of dates, all of which previously appeared together under the single header imprint. We've now separated out these elements and are displaying them with the appropriate labels so they make much more sense to users. We are now collecting and displaying information about views and downloads for item PURLs. You'll see these displayed near the bottom of the right-hand column on these pages. The display includes a note indicating when tracking started and a link to our documentation on how tracking works and what exactly constitutes a view or a download. Note that our tracking is linked to the embed viewer, so if a page is not displaying the embed viewer, like a collection PURL, then it won't have any views recorded, so the view statistic is not being displayed. If the viewer is displayed but downloading of the content is not permitted, then the metric for downloads is likewise not displayed. Whenever the item is being tracked by altmetric, you'll now see the altmetric donut displayed below the views and downloads like you do here. This item was only published on December 20th, 2023 and already has nearly 6,000 views and a lot of altmetric attention. Much of our work on the viewers has been behind the scenes to address tech debt and make improvements to accessibility, particularly for screen readers. These improvements have resulted in changes that will not be obvious to most users, though some of this, like swapping out the 3D viewer entirely, was quite a lot of work. However, we have completed a redesign of the file viewer that includes accessibility improvements and some changes all users will likely notice. This is the new file viewer that you see here. The old viewer included hyperlinking of the file name and the file size, both of which prompted downloading of the file. We've replaced those two links with a single download link for each file that is much clearer about the action being taken. We've also modified the display of the file type icons on the left that helps to compact the file list and make it more readable. We've also completed the addition of PURL page markup that will enable content to be picked up by web crawlers like Google's, as well as services like Google Dataset Search. We have initiated a pilot project that enables the crawling of several hand-picked SDR collections and the electronic theses and dissertations. We'll monitor this content over the next several months to see if these efforts have improved the findability of these works in web searches or whether more work is needed. Here you see the results from a Google search for purl.stanford.edu, which is definitely picking up some of our content. This is the Google Search Console, which allows us to monitor how our crawlable content is doing and reports issues to us that we can then address. This page currently shows that users have seen our pages nearly 13,000 times in search results since we turned this on in mid-December. And here's an example of one of our datasets that is now being picked up by Google Dataset Search. We'll be continuing to evaluate what other content on PURL should be made accessible to web crawlers so that we can further expand this service in the future. Thanks again to everyone on the team for all the hard work. That's it for this work cycle. Thanks for watching.